all for that. Not just because I work at a school, but I just think the working week, I feel like there should at least be the option. If people want to work 5, then go for your life. But surely there's a way we can get the 4-day working week going on. I'm not sure it'll ever happen in schools because I think it's important that students have it'd be a huge change with education. But generally speaking, yeah, I think that's good. Talani, I have a life-size cardboard cutout of Bailey Smith. There you go. Geez, I'm sure some people would love to have a bit of that. Mr. Calm, would you like Monday, Friday, or Wednesday off? Oh, I think you'd have to go Friday. I think you'd have to go the Friday. Yeah, you agree. There you go. Yeah, true. Wednesday's got a little bit of merit because you're never working more than 2 days in a row. But then to get through 4 days and just have 3 off in a row would be great. Anyway, I'm on YouTube right now. So if you guys want to jump over, feel free. We just, have that set up. So we normally go about 40, 45 minutes on TikTok and then jump over to YouTube. So, yeah, thanks for your comments and your chats, guys. But, yeah, if you want to pop on to YouTube, feel free. If not, I'll see you Wednesday next week. Catch you guys later. YouTube, how are we? Give me 1 sec and I'll just set things up. Oh, amusements in the house. Here we go. Give me a sec. I just got to reply to this message. How about them pup? Yeah, look, the dogs. They're going all right, mate. Can they win the flag? They're looking all right. They are looking all right. All right, that's all sorted. Cheers, my dumbass missed the quiz last week. Oh, no. So you best believe I'm here to win it this week. That's what we want to hear, mate. That's what we want to hear. Good stuff. Amusements. He's in fine form. He's got plenty to say. You know what? I think SpongeBob would struggle on the rocks, mate. I really do. Braden, C and VC options, thinking Dacos or Sheasley to merit. Yeah, definitely. I think I feel like Goulden's worth a bit of a bounce as well if you've got him. But yeah, I'm liking Dacos, or you can always rely on Bontempelli. If you got Lockie Neal, he's in fantastic form. Oh, jeez. I slept well and everything. You wouldn't know it. Here's Norwich. Oh, my God. An American fell over at the end of the heat and finished last. Jesus, mate. That is not good. Sucked in America. I'm sick of him. Yeah, look, I don't hate it when the Yanks lose, to be honest. Rhino, what are you thinking with all the Dacos as the favourite for Brownlow? Was thinking he's not the favourite. Look, I honestly right now, I don't know what the market is, but I feel like I'd have Bontempelli and Neal in front of him at the moment. I'd have Dacos as the third favourite. Wonder what the market's doing. Oh, Paddy Cripps is a favourite. Well, yeah, this has Dacos as fourth favourite. Paddy Cripps is a favourite. There you go. I actually didn't think he was. I knew he was going well, but righto. Chaz, I think he was just being really still. Yeah. Amusement loves to have a bit of fun with that. Oh, Carl, here we go. Shorty. Darty Cameron tried valiantly to strap my team of complete shit trucks to his back and save a score. But not even he could get me over the line. Oh, no, mate. Oh, no. Gee, he was good, wasn't he? He was bloody good. That mark he took, oh, geez, that got me excited. But tough week for you, mate, by the sounds of it. Hopefully we can bounce this week. Luke, hey, Shorty, how are you? I'm pretty good, mate. How are you? Thoughts on the Cats game on Saturday, and how do you think they'll go this Saturday? Oh, look, it was a bit of a grind, wasn't it, mate? It was a bit scrappy. I mean, it's not one you probably watch back too much, but I think any win's a good win in this competition because you see a lot of upsets. I think we'll really find it tough this week. Dockers at home, coming off a loss that they probably shouldn't have dropped. I think they'll be ready to pump us. But look, we're always a chance. We always give it a red hot crack. I think we'll be competitive for stages, but I don't think we'll win. Jonas, hey Shorty, what is going on with your tag team partner, Old Studi? Mate, you tell me. What is going on with him? What's going on? Cheers, Flag Dons. First win for a long time that made me proud to be a Bomber supporter. Yeah, wasn't it good seeing Caldwell just going nuts? We love to see that. I think so, Rhino. Luke, also thoughts on Dusty and Hawk retiring? Yeah, look, I think it's probably the right call. I feel like Hawkins, we probably thought it would be the case. He was certainly struggling when he was playing. Hopefully he can get back for one game against the Eagles, and hopefully he can kick forward to get to 800. And Dusty, yeah, I like to see him as a one-club player, an absolute champion. Wouldn't have really liked to see him go to Gold Coast, so I think that's good. Norwich, it's this week. I'll win. Good luck, mate. I hope so. Carl, Marcus, Bont. He's starting to talk like baggers, mate. Should be convicted of assault for what he did to those coaches without him. A good bloke wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's a superstar, mate. G Money, mate, how are you? As a Pies supporter, how good was the shank of Mitch McGovern? Great win for Pendles. I'm pretty good, mate. How are you? Good to see you. And that was a hectic finish. I did not know which way it was going to go. And honestly, when he had it, I thought he would probably kick it. Oh, God. What the heck? But it was a shocker. He leant back right on it, and it was a shocker. Luke, how much of the Olympics have you been watching? Most of it. Well, not most of it. Most nights I'll chuck it on, but I haven't been too excited to like set the alarm clock for 4 a.m. or anything like that. I was disappointed with the Boomers last night. I watched a fair chunk of that. They were going well. I thought I'll go to bed. They're going to knock them over and finish. Go to the semis, but absolutely blew the lead there. G Money, Tomahawk coming back this year so they can limp him to 800 goals. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and don't bring up the draft grand final, mate. You're bloody killing me, bro. Oh, I've gotten over it now, but that made me so angry. So angry. Rhino Dacos is at 90%, is 70% insane. Yeah. He's a gun. I think him and Shees will be in our sides for the next 7-8 years. D-Mac hitting me with a high Horty. How are you, mate? What's going on? Luke, hey, Shorty, no way streaming on my birthday. It's your birthday, mate. There you go. Well, happy birthday. I hope it's been a good one for you. Luke, Norwich. Oh, yeah, he's talking about the cameraman. Oh, yeah, good call, Carl. Luke Jackson, Shorty. Is he in your team? Yes. Have you picked up the phone and given him both barrels? Reckon he respects Shorty massively. Mate, I might just get Luke Jackson on the phone right now and just, push Sean Darcy down a flight of stairs and give Jackson the sole ruck again. I mean, look, come to the Cats, mate. You'll be the main man. Just come along. Or at least go somewhere. I don't know, mate. It's super frustrating. He actually scored better last year teaming up with Darcy. He still scored okay, but I just don't think he's actually in that great of form, roll aside. So he's one of those frustrating ones. If he was the main guy, he'd dominate. We saw it early in the year, but it's a killer. Andy T, hey, Shorty, hope you're well, mate. Thank you. I'm going pretty nicely. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Are you going to get into the AFLW fantasy at all? Is there a fantasy? It's not SuperCoach, but it's fantasy, is it? I probably will. Is it just on the AFL website? Because from memory, there's been less formal fantasy comps about it. But yeah, I've watched the Cats a fair bit. I don't have a broad knowledge of the W, but I wouldn't mind getting into it. Norwich, no, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, we're talking Olympics. Ches, Cats will shove it down Hawkins' throat to get him 800. Oh, mate, we will. We will. We'll get him there. We'll get him there. D-Mac wanted to use my last trade to get Dusty in for one final time. But is he removed from the app? Jeez, I mean, it makes sense, but gee, they didn't muck around, did they? Luke, Shorty, I need help. Should I use my last trade to trade out Yulin, but only have 464? Looking at Amon, any other suggestions? Oh, hey, Zyjax, Aiden, what's going on, mate? Look, I think it was you I was asking the other week. I would have gone Trent Rivers for Houston a few weeks ago. What did you say? 464. Let's have a look. If you can wait a week, Holmes will fall into that price bracket. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, Amon, he's solid, but he's not a premium in my opinion. I'd be trying to either get extra cash or wait a week and get Holmesy, if that's at all possible. Luke, yeah, I don't think the Cats will win on Saturday, Shorty. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, it's one of those ones where you only hope they're competitive and give it a good crack. I mean, you just never know. You never know. Luke, watching Olympics race 5,000 meters against the guy, falls over and knocks him. Wow. A few people have mentioned this. I'm going to have to check this out. That's nuts. DMAC, important question. What is Mr. Bean's first name? I don't know. Barry. I don't know. Luke, I was shocked by the Boomers result. Just wish I knew it was on and I would have watched it. Yeah. Look, I'm no basketball expert, but they were playing fantastic. Giddy got them going. Mills couldn't miss a thing. First half was fantastic. Lost a bit of momentum in the back stages of the second quarter, but still had a 12-point lead. And it was half time. I was like, probably should go to bed. They're looking good. I'll watch the full one in the semi. Nope. Disappointing. Jonas, Shorty, your review vid recommended Studi, who I never heard of before. He made a SuperCoach video exposing SuperCoach with DR. Is any of this true, mate? What is going on? Look, 360 games and 800 plus goals would look good for Hawk. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be great for him to get to 800, but regardless, he's going to be regarded fantastically. I think it's about 250 plus goal assists as well, which is pretty bloody impressive. Norwich, so what happens for the little Dusty owners? Yeah. Well, that's a very good point. I'd imagine there would be some who own him. So you can't just fully remove him. Maybe you just can't trade him in. I don't know. Carl, last week, the week of close finishes, McGovern copped a knee to the head. Yeah, a bit of a throwback to Robbie Warnock. Remember that? Concussed or bit head knock against the Cats. Missed a goal. I reckon that was after the siren. Reckon that might have impacted the kick. Catters snuck home. Essendon punched one versus Freo. Freo have lost some winnable ones. Yeah. It's just in many respects, it's a ripper season like that. It's just so hard to get a real feel for which way it's going to go. William, hey, Shorty, hope you're going well. Got one trade left. Do I upgrade to Rankin or Caldwell for the run home? I'm going pretty good, mate. Thanks for dropping in. I mean, I think the only question is, surely Rankin can hit the ground running and come back. I lean towards him, But, Caldwell has turned up. He's got the form, like last 6 or 7 weeks, low score of 92. It's probably a safer bet to go Caldwell, particularly with the Bombers, still in finals contention. Not that always affects it, but, just in case, Rankin's not quite at his best because he's not up and about because it's not a winnable game. I don't know. We're looking into it a bit strange there, but I'd probably say if I had to, I'd go Caldwell, but both are good options. D-Mac, how is old mate from the pole vault falling? Because, yeah, I know. He got his own pole in the way there. It was quite hectic. G-Money was scrolling through SuperCoach and could not believe that Caleb Daniels come down to 138, really. If he gets a run without sub next year, I'm locking him in. Yeah, 100%. Like, he'll move clubs and he'll be in many teams next year. He's an AFL footballer in the right environment. I definitely think he'll be a popular SuperCoach selection. 188. I read that wrong, but still, that's bloody cheap. G-Money, yep, look him up. Yeah, crazy. There you go. Joshy Martin, hey, Shorty, hope you're well. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Hope you're going well yourself. I was sitting at the Carlton and on Saturday night and thoughts on my VC and C this week. LDU, VC, Butters, C. Man, you would have got a cracker game then. Who we got? LDU, Butters. I definitely like the LDU. I think, look, Butters he's a pretty good option. He's in good form. He is a bit susceptible to the tag. Does Neil Bullen go to him? I'm not sure. That'd be the only word of warning. But, gee, it is hard trying to predict tags and the effect of them, that's for sure. Ra McGar, Studi better not show his face for a while. What is happening here? Someone fill me in. Oh, Mitch, what's going on? Surely no chance we beat Frau over there after a tight loss. Tank, rest all the oldies. I reckon we're an absolute long shot. I'd be shocked if we won that. We'll always give it a crack. We'll be competitive, but I think surely we play some young guys. I'll be, Hawkins retires. I think it's time to move on. Reece Stanley, Zach Tui, Mitch Duncan's touch and go. Brandon Parfitt, thanks for your time, mate. Get some of these young guys in. Get a few draft picks if you can. Luke, I've been enjoying watching water polo in the Olympics this year. What's been your favourite sport in the Olympics? I actually got around watching the handball, like something a bit different. I always like watching the hockey as well, particularly if it's a bit more high scoring. I like watching the table tennis. That's always a fun one. Those sort of random ones. Also, Luke goes on to say, what will be the grand final this year, Shorty, out of Carlton and Hawthorn, who makes the finals this year? I still think Carlton will make finals. I think they'll win this week. I almost feel like whoever wins this week will play finals. But the grand final, I think Brisbane is hard to go past. And it might be a bit controversial at the moment, but I think Sydney. Will still play off in the grand final. Yeah, it's a shocking turn of form at the moment, but they'll still get a home final. And I think we'll see Friday night them really bounce back to form. It was only a couple of weeks ago Collingwood got done by 10 goals against Hawthorn. We thought, geez, they're cooked. And then they come back and play good footy. I mean, this season's ebbed and flowed all the time, and I think Sydney will have a second run at it. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's a great year. Like you say, Norwich, no one locked in for finals. It's pretty nuts. Carl Boomers, on the one hand, big effort against a good team, but we gave up a 24-point lead and went 1-3. Pretty ordinary, not like we don't have talented blokes. Yeah, I agree. It's a good effort against a good team, but I feel as if that side, not that I'm a basketball expert, but I feel like they've gone beyond good efforts, aren't they? Like, they're sort of at that point where they want to be meddling all the time. And it'd be different if Serbia just came out and just blew us off the court. They got stars everywhere. But to be 24 up, geez, that's a blow. Jonas, beef on Twitter or something. Oh, so this is legit. No, I don't jump on Twitter at all, mate. So, really, I did not think you were serious. Oh, Galaxy Wolf, Shorty brother, how are you? Finally, day off work with your stream. So keen to catch you. Oh, me too, mate. It's great to see you. I had been thinking, there's a few names that don't always pop up. Like at the moment, like where's Baggers, you know? So good to see you, mate. Always a pleasure to see a familiar face and name pop into the stream. Jonas, Shorty, Dogger, Jackson, or Manor on field? Oh, gee. I mean, at the moment, you almost go Manor, but like Jackson's the one that's the premium, but on form, it's almost Manor. Look, to be honest, I would probably go Jackson just because you put your faith in those more experienced premium types, but yeah, it's a 50-50, isn't it? Norwich, people were making false accusations of him, and there are about 200 plus comments on his exposed video of people running. No way. So on Twitter, did DR make a video or Studi? This is bizarre. Jack, the Norwegian handball goes off here. These live streams seem looser than the TikToks. I love it. Yeah, look. Well, between me and you, there's I don't think there's any students on the YouTube. There might be some, but most of my students tune into the TikTok. So I just try to keep it a little more profesh. But no, I love the YouTube lives because these names. I know all you guys for ages. It's it feels a bit more tight knit and a bit more community vibes on the YouTube. So we get the in jokes going a bit more. So we love it. We love it. G Money Pies to beat Swans this Friday. Jeremy Howe, where's that gone? 250th. Get on it. Look, I'm not with you there, mate, but it wouldn't shock me. Anything's possible this year. Jack Sydney bounced back. Yeah, that's where I'm sort of thinking. Galaxy Wolf, my SuperCoach season is long gone, unfortunately. In round 12, I trade out Whitfield for Treloar. So even with Treloar being the best pod of the year, I'm somehow still losing points. Yeah. Look, Whitfield trading out, you look back and go, that's probably not the greatest call, but then you bought in Treloar, so it's a win there. Look, it's a tough product. I mean, I was talking about this on TikTok. I think we need to make some alterations to the game where whether it's trading, whether it's the format, we've just got too many teams that just seem so similar. The percentages of ownerships are so high and so clogged in the one area. But I would like to hear your thoughts on that. Do we need to make changes to SuperCoach? I mean, that's a broad question, but, do we need to make changes to help with, having more pods or trades, not more trades, dear God, but changes to promote a bit more strategy, to promote a bit more uniqueness to the game. I don't know about you, but I sit there going like, oh, yeah, he just turned up. You're like, oh, everyone who's worth their salt has him as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Luke, how many points do Sydney beat Collingwood by, Shorty? I think I've tipped him by like 12 or 14, I think. Well, G Money's telling us Pies by 17. Makaza, hey, Shorty, keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, mate. Got you in the first. Yeah, I know, mate. Hope we meet in the granny. Me too, mate. Me too. Well played. I'll be trying to fight my way back. Luke, do I play Manor or Hewland? I would go Manor, but those ones are very difficult calls. Tiger Rewald's in the house. Shorty, do I go Jackson and Shonmaker to Philippou and Newcomb, Wines or McKercher, or to Rao and Danaher, Bolton, Jezza? Or do I go Darling, Shonmaker? Okay, I'm going to have to digest that one. First option is not really doing it for me. Depending on your coverage, like I like the third one because you get an out-and-out premium in LDU or Butters, Young. But if you do need that coverage, I prefer the second one. So depending on your depth, I like Rao and Jezza. Depending on your depth. Studi on YouTube. Wow, righto. This is interesting. What the heck? Is that the one? Studi complaining. Oh, no. Studi complaining about his team again? No. Yeah, right. Is Studi a relative? Oh, here we go. Exposing Supercoach DR. Yeah, right. What the hell? I mean, I really like DR, so I'll watch that later. But Jesus, that sounds interesting. D-Mac, I heard Bags got drafted in the NFL after watching Shorty's goal kicking vid. Yeah, that must be where he is, mate. Jeez, it's an honour. Don't forget us when you're rich and famous, Baggers. Tiger Rewalt, sorry for the long question. Last trade is important. Nah, that's all right, mate. I wanted to give it a decent read before giving an answer there. Luke, breaking news. Over the next few days, Baggers will be appointed with the West Coast coach. He's prepping. This all makes sense now. 75% think Supercoach does need a change. I'm glad. I hope they listen to us. D-Mac, Shorty, who is your fave live regular and why is it me? Oh, mate, you're one of my absolute faves. There's no doubt. But you're all my favorites on here. If you're here in round 21, if you're one of the 25 or 30 on here, you're a rolled gold prime Shorty Supercoach fan, and we love that. Carl, Shorty's biggest Supercoach disappointment of the year. McRae weren't expecting big things, but huge drop-off. Rao, Tom Stewart until recently. Kerno, give us gold, silver, bronze in the shit Olympics. Yeah, good question. Look, I'm going to give the gold medal to Zach Fisher. I think the way that we started with him, he let us down. He teased us. He came back, and then I held him, and he destroyed me with a 38, and then he's out again. So he's the gold. I'm going to give the silver to Clayton Oliver. An absolute disaster bringing him in. Wasted a trade. Plummeted in scoring, and I had to wear a 32, which was hugely costly in some of my leagues when you look back on it. And the bronze, I'd really have to look back over some of my trades, but I'd probably give the bronze to my decision to go Tom Stewart over Luke Ryan. It's sort of evened itself out now, but over a probably 8-week period, I'd hate to know how many points I lost. And I only went Stewart. Like, there was no rhyme or reason, to be honest. It was just like, oh, look, I'll get them both at some point. But, you know, when Ryan was banging out 180s and Stewart was getting tagged to the absolute shit house, I was like, geez, that's probably the way I'd say it. Brad the Milkman, where is he? Where is he? Galaxy Wolf, Monday at work, 2 hours in. I got called in to chat with my boss. Oh, here we go. And she told me I wasn't even rostered to work. She still let me do the whole shift, and I managed to get myself an extra shift somehow. What happened there, mate? What happened? Oh, geez. Norwich, 1.3K views on the latest video. Wow. Yeah, I've got it up here. Bloody, yeah, 1.5. It's up to now 280 comments. Wow. Righto. Jesus Christ. This is very interesting. I look forward to watching this. D-Mac, to avoid cookie cutter team, maybe try what they do in FPL where players go up in value the more people trade them in. Yeah, I'd like something like that. Whether it's like that or I did a video at the end of last year where it'd be like a trade in, whether you want to call it a tax or a trade in loading. So if a player's in, you know, say the 10 to 15% ownership bracket, that's a 5% loading. So you got to pay 5% extra on the top of his price. Or, you know, if you got a player who's in 25% plus teams, you might have to pay a 10 or 15% loading. So what I hate is in the start of the year, people, we study all the time, you make the big calls and you get it right. you've got, you say you've got Nick Dacos or something. I know everyone had him, but for example, Nick Dacos, not everyone's got him. He starts the season off brilliantly. Old mate can just bring him in next week for the exact same price. You should get an advantage. Old mate should have to pay more money than you did. And I just think the flow and effect of that would be that as the season goes on, there would be times where you just can't play. You can't pay the loading. So you got to go to a player who's under, say, 10%. So it would promote point of difference players because we got a lot of good players in the game. But because of all the social media, and I guess I'm a part of it, we get, congregated to these core group of players that create the cookie cutter team. So I think, there's got to be, it's a great game we've got, but there's got to be a bit more to it in the strategy. And, I feel like at the moment, if you don't get a good captaincy score, you're behind the pack because there might be a handful of players different. So, don't get me started on this one. Oh, it does me head in. I messaged Al Patton and everything. Jack Jonas said he might do one after he finishes work at 10 p.m. He needs some motivation from Shorty. Oh, Brad, come on, mate. At 10 o'clock, I want to see you on the live, my friend. All right. If you're here now, someone pass it on to him because I'll be chilling on my couch, smashing a Milo, and I want the sweet dulcet tones of Brad. Give it to me, son. Chaz, if someone you own scores 140 plus who has under 5% ownership, gets a boost of like 1.5, would make people look into pods so much more. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see it affect the actual scoring system, but I think I like where you're heading, but maybe from the salary cap point of view, however we can fit that in. Jack, how many tips did you get last week? Ended up with 6. Yeah, I got 5. So, I think I tipped Carlton. I got the Giants, but there was a couple I just missed on. Galaxy, I disagree with the whole cookie cutter thing, but it was frustrating starting guys like Merritt and everyone hopping on with him really early without much trouble. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Why is it that it does it? Because obviously you're in 20% where you don't want to change, Galaxy. Give me your thoughts because I respect your opinion and I'd love to hear it because I know it's not the end of the world. We still love the game. We do it every year, but could it be a better version? Or could it be an alternate version? Keep this one. We've got draft. We've got classic. Could we have, SuperCoach premium or something? I don't know. Luke, do you reckon the Swans v Pies game on Friday night will be a similar game to their one in round 1? We tested my memory. Wait, what happened in round 1? I can't quite recall. Carl, reckon the Swans prick up and belt my Pies if they have any ticker about them. They'll come out breathing fire, and we're down a couple more injured blokes. Yeah. Look, I must admit, I do think the Swans will come out pretty fired up. And I will be tipping the Swans, but look, I've been waiting for it to bounce back for a few weeks, so I don't know. I don't know if it's coming or not. Jonas, surely did you get the catch? Did you catch the Damo Supercoach Edge stream with Brad? No, I didn't. I'm going to have to look at that. Jeez, that's naughty. Luke, Studi has been in your streams a few times. Oh, yeah, I know who he is. I know Studi. I just didn't realize that he made that type of content. I wasn't sure. I'm none the wiser. I'll watch this video later. But yeah, D-Mac, who should I field as I can't loop this week? Simpkin or Jackson? I'd go Simpkin, mate. I would go Simpkin. Only just, but it's a tough one. Galaxy Wolf, shorty, I got fully called out for my crush. She has a boyfriend. Do I knew nothing was going to happen and thought I was being pretty subtle. But my coworker mate read me like a book. Oh, mate. Oh, no. Look, these things happen. You did it in a respectful way, mate. Like, these things happen. That's rough. That was a rough one. Luke, we spoke about him on the hill during gather round. Yeah. No, definitely know who he is. But be very interested to hear his thoughts later. Yenchi, afternoon short, looking marvelous as usual. Thank you, mate. Good to see you as always. It's a pleasure. Norwich, there was one comment that he said, and Studi didn't like it. Then they had a bit of an argument, and that went on. And then Studi wanted to start a fight. But then SuperCoach DR blocked him. Right. Jeez. I mean, I'm all for a passionate debate and that, but yeah, there's no need to get too hectic. Galaxy said he's keeping it to himself, but very nervous because he's a big man. Yeah, right. Oh, well, surely out of respect, he can just keep it quiet. Makaza, only change we need to SuperCoach is max 25 trades. Solution fixed. Yeah, look, I wouldn't mind that at all. I don't think they'll do that. I think we need to change something else because they love trades. Because when people don't have trades, they stop logging in. They give up. I know we're all pretty dedicated, but the broader people, this is why they give us more trades because they feel it keeps us engaged more. But I don't like it. Galaxy, she's my best mate at work, so if she found out, it would make... Oh, yeah, shit. Well, have a big chat with your mate and be like, bro, come on. This is serious. I need you to keep your mouth shut. Norwich, at a part of the video, he mentioned how you tell funny stories. Oh, did he? Well, that's nice. That's nice. I think people know me more for my amusing stories rather than my good SuperCoach advice. But hey, we love it all. G Money, yes, we need to change SuperCoach, more trades, 43 next year. Are you killing me? Absolute disaster, Shorty. Hayden, what's your thoughts on Peatling from the Giants? Yeah, tackling machine. Yeah, really like him. Really like him. Whether that's for this year or not might depend on how much cash you got. But yeah, I think he might be one for the future because he looks like a really good young mid. Luke, VC, and C, Goulden and Bond. Yeah, I think Goulden's a real chance to bounce. You've got guys like Sheasel, you got Dacos, you got Neil early in the week. So, but I think, ending it with Bontempelli is always a good call, pretty safe call. Tiger Rewalt, with the trade I told you before, I just don't trust Jackson would likely even field Manor this week as they play each other. Yeah, so I don't know if I should trade him or just go. Well, yeah. Also, Jezza might be tough because I can't loop him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see. Well, if you got uncertainty, I would try and maximize a loop. So maybe Manor and Jez isn't the best. Maybe you go Shea Bolton. And if you're having that much concern over Jackson's, like for me, I'm just riding the wave with him. But if you're really thinking you'll field Manor, there's no point having a bloke worth 400K on your bench. So if you've lost that much faith in him, then I reckon you've answered your own question there. You can ditch him. Norwich, I'm calling it that Studi will come in chat. Yeah, bring him in. I'd love to hear, his side of it. I mean, I guess I will later, but we don't want any hate in the SuperCoach community. We want all our guys to be getting along. Galaxy, Peatling, easiest starting pick next year, average 100 with other 50% time on ground. Yeah, that's a fair point. And I think the key will be how he fits into it with Canelio and Josh Kelly. So I don't doubt that he can score, but can he get in that midfield with that type of centre bounce stuff? So very interesting to see. Luke, a random question, Shorty. Have you ever watched the show Talking Footy on Channel 7? I've only seen snippets. The lineup doesn't do too much for me. They're decent individually, but I haven't watched that one, mate. More of an on the couch and AFL 360 kind of guy. Jack, would you play Rowell or Holmes this week? Shorty can switch Holmes to defense and then choose Holmes or Rowell as last pick. Tough few matchups, and they all play fairly early. Yeah, I'd be leaning towards Holmes, to be honest. I know Rowell bounced back real nicely, and I know Holmes hasn't been going as well, but I still feel a bit more confident in Holmes, particularly on the wide expanses in WA. Is often, I don't know why it is, but it just feels like those outside running games, suits that type of ground. So I think I'd go with Holmesy. Jonas, Shorty, is Mark Jacko Jackson's open mic interview the greatest of all time? It's probably the most hectic and memorable one, but that's probably some of the craziest stuff you'll see. Don't know if it's best, but here we go. Shorty SuperCoach from the future. Hello, future me. Stories on YouTube. These must be reinstated immediately. The future of our little Shorty depends on it. Regards, future Shorty. Also, can we get some twirls at the end of the mustache? I'll work on it, mate. I'll try. And there's not enough to twirl with at the moment. But look, I love the stories as much as anyone. And I got a couple up the sleeve, but I just cannot tell you because Shorty's at a school now. The stories, they got to be PG rated. I'll still try and tell as many like funny random stories, but the ones of a Tinder sexual orientation, they must go. But no, I probably can't even say that. Man, I do miss telling you those stories. I really do. I just scrolling up and I saw someone say the quiz or quiz time. Quiz will be probably about 8:40, 8:45. The code will come out around about then. Luke, I got 7 out of 9, which is a really good score for last round. Definitely would have got A if I tipped West Coast. Yeah, Gold Coast pissed me off so much. They are pathetic, to be honest. Like, they are just a disgrace of a club at the moment. God. Carl, Shorty jumping in the DeLorean. Just watch out for the space-time continuum. Oh, geez. Future Shorty, do we find love? Please tell me. Luke, haven't watched his video yet, but I'll watch it after the front part. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Josh, what are your tips this week? I'm tipping the Giants to beat Brizzy. Wow. All right, I'll give you my tips. I'm tipping Sydney. I'm tipping Brisbane. I can't go against them at the Gabba. I'll tip North to beat West Coast, Fremantle to beat Geelong, Essendon to beat Gold Coast, 50-50, but Port Adelaide to beat Melbourne. They're playing really good footy. Carlton to beat Hawthorn, tough one. St Kilda to beat Richmond. And I will go the Dogs. I feel like you can't tip against the Dogs at the moment, but Crows at Adelaide will be tough. Carl, anytime they have a chance to stand up / stand down, they fold like a 3-day pie. I feel like that's in regards to Gold Coast. Yeah, 100%. Chaz, I don't know if you spoke about it, but I went to watch It's just him talking shit about DR's kids. Jeez, what a silly little... Yeah, look, I'm all for having, we can disagree with people's opinions or views, but, geez, if he's brought his kids into it, that's a no for me. Nobody deserves that. And like I said before, I really love DR. He's a great bloke. Done a couple of collabs. And I like, from what I can tell, I enjoy when Studi pops in and asks me some questions. But I'll watch it for myself and make a judgment. But, yeah, if he's brought the kids into it, I'm not so sure about that. Jonas Galaxy, tell him to keep his mouth shut. Oh, jeez. Luke, you should go through his channel, Shorty. He makes very interesting content. I will. Jack, sorry, in my last comment meant to say can pick between McKercher, Holmes, and Rao, but not sure who to put as emergency for the loop. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'd be looping. I'd loop McKercher into Holmes. That'd be the way I'd play it. Galaxy, I need to proofread my messages here. Always seem to have a couple of typos. That's all right, mate. I'm still interested to hear your thoughts on the cookie cutter. Nicky V, hey Shorty, how you going? I'm good, mate. How are you? Good to see you. Luke, the Pies v Swans game, round 1, Sydney, 102 to 69, and Sydney probably should have won by more. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, then on that scoreline, I think it could be similar. Yeah. Okay, mate. There you go. Yeah, no, I think it'll be a tough game, but very interesting. It's all on the line. Swanson to bounce back. Pies probably got to win to keep those final hopes alive. Carl, best bakery and or best milk bar for a cheeky baked good milkshake combo down the Gradisham Road. Yeah, it's a good question. There's in Anglesea, there's this bakery, Oaks Bakery. That's really good stuff. Really good stuff. So I normally don't go the milkshake. I normally just get like a vanilla slice. I got a really good wrap, good pasties and stuff. And I'll just get an oak from the IGA. Down the road there a bit. It's called Laneway 73. They're your best cakes and slices, I think. Like, get yourself a nice little carrot cake. They do these bloody awesome egg and bacon panini things. Oh, it's good stuff. And that's normally my go-to in Anglesea and along the Great Ocean Road. Lawn has a good bakery and it's nice, but Jesus Christ, it's expensive. It is so expensive. But yeah, the ones in Anglesea are quality. Magpies, hey, Shorty, a bit late tonight. I bought in Peatling last week. Very happy. Nice work, mate. No, good to see you. And that is a brave call and a good call. I like it. Norwich, well, you can count the GC Suns tip because Studi says the game was extremely rigged. This man sounds like he's got some interesting takes. Galaxy, you need to host a Melbourne catch-up ASAP so we can hear some of these stories. Yeah, it's a good point. Hold me to it, all right? I want to do one over the summer holidays. I didn't do one last year because it's Christmas, early beach, and then I got sick with glandular fever, so the holidays were just fucked. But I know I've been saying it for a long time, and it always falls through because it takes a bit more organisation. But summer holidays, keep reminding me. I reckon we'll do it like maybe first week of Jan. Weather will be good. Most people have holidays at least up until the 9th or the 10th. Nick, what's going on, mate? How are you? Who's the most underrated player in the comp? Oh, that's a tough one. Underrated. Let me get the teams up. That's tough. I'll go through. Oh, you put me to the test there. I might need a bit more thinking time on that one. I feel like the Saints had one that I was thinking about the other day. Like someone like Cal Wilkie's a bit of that. I feel like Nick Newman, I reckon, doesn't get as much. He's a very good player, doesn't get as much praise as maybe he should. Adam Treloar's getting his kudos now, but for a while there, he wasn't getting enough love. I think over here, some of the interstate teams we don't acknowledge, as much. Dan Houston starts to get a bit of praise now, but he's probably one that flew under the radar for a while. But yeah, if I looked into it closer, there'd definitely be some, those defender types that their supporters know how good they are, but not everyone does. But yeah, I like the question, mate. I'd have to give it a bit more. Oh, Nick's also said thoughts on Jums in Anglesea. Oh, good. They are good. They do a nice chicken schnitzel roll or a little chicken snitty burger. It's good stuff. Luca, hey, Shorty, how are you? I'm good. Thank you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Who do you think I should bench for ranking, Kerno or Jackson? Or try and get a bit of an injury update on Kerno. I'm thinking you bench Kerno. But yeah, that neither are filling me with confidence. Luke, I hate Gold Coast as much as I hate Collingwood now. They are a really bad club, and will they ever win away from home? Look, they've got so much talent. I think there will be a time where they finally get over this mental block and they do actually win these games. But at the moment, they're a disaster to try and tip. Norwich, Studi didn't talk about his kids that much. He just said that they have stupid names and would bully kids' names like that. Yeah, right. Ches just going through the comments. Studi admitted to. Whoa. Yikes. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay out of that one, but let's keep things nice and legal, everybody. Jack, yeah, can relate to the typos on my phone. Currently just smashed a 15K run and walking it off with a protein shake. Nice, couple of protein. Jeez. Oh, mate, I had a good session in the gym today too. Had a bit of extra time, so Got a little cardio session, a little extra one. We love that. Norwich, that was apparently the legal age. Oh, I don't know if the legal age has changed. Look, I work in this sort of space, so when you're 16, like I think legally you can give consent, but yeah, I think it's not the greatest look. I think legally they can give consent for that stuff, but yeah, I would still think keep it within the 2 years. It's what they tell us at work. Like at work, a 17-year-old can date a 15-year-old, 18, 16. But once you hit 19, it's a different ball game. It might even be different for an 18-year-old, to be honest, because they're an adult. So, yeah, I don't know. But covering the deep topics here. Jonas, Shorty's mentor, Ricky Nixon. Oh, jeez. Luke, remember the stuff I said about Studi during the gather round? Briefly, but feel free to remind me. Galaxy, here we go. With the cookie cutter, I get that lots of teams look similar, but it's more about timing and when you bring players in. Also, the top teams usually have a couple of pods. But yeah, it's slightly frustrating this time of year. Not much of a way to gain ground. It just went to the bottom. Unless you, of course, have extra trades. Yeah, that's right. I think the main point of difference now is trading. But I would love to see, that's the best thing about draft is, you've got him, I've got him. There's variety in your scores. So I'm really tempted to go not full pod, but really point of difference next year. Carl, been to Oaks, it's quality. Shorty baked goods connoisseur. Oh, thank you, mate. We love them. They're good stuff. Norwich just joined his Discord. Josh Martin, the Saints have met with Taron Thomas. I don't want him. No, I wouldn't want him at the club either, mate. Do I go pod? I'm always tempted. And then I'm like, oh, it's dangerous. Could go wrong. But I'm looking at my last 3 or 4 years, and I've had okay years. They're okay. You're in and around 5 to 10K most years, but I haven't finished 5K, top 5K for years. So I'm like, what I'm doing is not exactly working. So maybe I'll just really shake it up. I'd probably enjoy it more. Then we got Charlie. My second account. Should I trade out McKercher for Brayshaw? No, I'd be holding McKercher. I mean, that's a bit of a luxury trade. Brayshaw's going well, but no, I wouldn't be getting rid of McKercher. Carl, but why did Studi start going DR? DR is a laid-back, super nice fella, a bit like putting Bambi in the crosshairs. Yeah, I'd love to know exactly why. I know they said there was a bit of an argument, but I'd love some specifics. Jade Soup, what's going on, mate? How are you? Nicky V, Charlie Common is a good pickup because Lodge is out for the rest of the season. Logue. Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah. Well, that could probably see him go to the back line again, wouldn't it? But I don't know if I'd be bringing him in now. But he's a quality player, maybe for future years. Where are we? Tiger Rewa. Alternatively, Shorty, I could get Moore and McKercher or / Newcomb, but that would leave me with no trades and no defensive backup. Leave me with 4 defenders that if they get injured, I'd take a 0. Yeah, I wouldn't want that hanging around. I'd try and find the balance from the ones before that, leave you with coverage. It'd be different even if you had a rookie, but the fact that a 0 could be right there for you, I don't think it'd be worth the risk. Luke, about his content and the stuff he says about match fixing. Fair enough. Nick, do the Roo run this year. What is the Roo run? Is that something to do with the Anglesea Footy Club or Norwich? What on earth does pod mean? Point of difference, my friend. Point of difference. 80%. I don't know if you guys are just telling me to do the point of difference because it'd be exciting, but I think I'm going to do it. I mean, it's a little experiment, Cut those cookies, Shorty. Can't win SuperCoach with the starting squad, but you can lose it going the low ownership exotics if they Yeah. So you think it's too risky, mate? See, that's the thing. My philosophy recently has been stick with the pack early. Pick a relatively similar squad. Stay in the peloton and try and break away with your trading. But that hasn't really worked for me. I don't know. Jonas, apparently St Kilda are trying to convince Carl Norman to come back. Oh, Luke, so who would you go for as a defender for? Oh, look, mate, I couldn't see anyone I liked under 464. My opinions would be try and find some extra cash if possible, or wait a week for Max Holmes to drop into that range. And again, I don't know if Yulin's on the drop. I mean, Holmes will be. But yeah, I honestly couldn't really tell you that I liked any of them. Yeah, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. J2, God, it makes my day when I get to see your lid. Mate, you're too kind. You make me day with those sort of comments. Thank you, mate. Don't start the quiz till 8:55, mate. Why is that? I'm starting it pretty soon, bro. I'm starting about 8:45. Oh, it's 8:40 already. Jack, going to go back to the set and forget strategy with a few mid prices. Changed my strategy this year. Starting Nick Martin, Crouch, Ollie Wines, Holmes. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Every time I think about going pod, I remember just go set and forget, mate. Keep it simple. Just nail your premiums, nail your rookies, and you'll be right. Don't get too funky. But part of me just wants to go rogue. Make a second account. Yeah. Could be. Could do it for the channel. Charlie have 12 trade. Oh, yeah, we answered that one. I'd be keeping McKercher. Norwich. Paddy Cripps overrated. No, definitely not. He's a superstar, and I think he's rated about where he should be. Chaz, personally, I guarantee someone in this live right now is winning the whole thing next year. I like those odds. I'll take a 1 in 32. And you know what? I guarantee it as well. I'm backing it in. Let me get this quiz going. Jonas, Dusty played the downhill scare role better than anyone. AFL coach would just let him play midfield. Geez, downhill scare. Pretty rough for a 3-time Norm Smith medalist. J2, I don't trust the world with someone like you on the market and not taken. Oh, mate, I know. What is going on? It was so funny. This student the other day, I had a session with him and he just broken up with his girlfriend. He's year 7. Nothing too crazy, but, he was pretty flat and we had a chat about it and I shared a couple of my own experiences and stuff. And he goes back to class and his teacher's like, he must have said to his teacher, 2 students must have been like sitting on the same table a bit close. He's like, they'd make a cute couple. And the teacher was like, mate, but being with someone's not everything, And this student's like, yeah, I know. Daniel's single and he's really cool. So I'm going to be a cool single guy. So I was like, thanks, mate. Thanks. But no, that's it, mate. We're still working at it. The old heartstrings copped a bit of a blow earlier this year, so we're a little gun shy, but hopefully we'll be finding that lovely lady one day soon. All right, let's get this quiz going. Loading too quick. All right, just in case you are new, but I'm sure most of you know exactly where we're going. Things are going slow here. We're still loading the code. 9849460. Cool. Norwich, who is the most untalked about AFL player, do you think? For me, it's Isaac Cumming. Yeah, true. He doesn't get talked about much. I really need, more time on these ones. I'd have to have a look. But if someone comes to mind, there would be some real obscure, ones hanging around. That's for sure. Jack traded Martin in and out twice, and he's been annoying, but glad I don't own him now. Went him to Clark and wish I went Whitfield. Yeah, they're the small ones that just, those little sliding door moments that just just frustrate you, don't they? It's very frustrating. Galaxy, shorty, I finally graduated from my undergrad. I thought I was going to need to do an extra semester because they failed me in a subject last semester, but got an email that they processed my mark wrong. Oh, beauty. That's the sort of email you want to get. Nice, mate. That's good as. Congrats. That's sick. What are you studying? Thank you, J2. Thank you. You're too kind. Jonah Shorty, listen here, Junior. I got you beat. Galaxy took them a full month to realize their mistake. Oh, yeah. Almost started the new. Jesus. That's hectic. J2, love of your life comes when you least expect. That is true, mate. That is true. I'm certainly not expecting it at the moment. So fingers crossed. Tiger Rewalt, Shorty, can't believe you told me to trade Houston in instead of Whitfield halfway. Yeah, look, in hindsight, that has proven incorrect, but we can only make these decisions with what we feel at the time. And I wouldn't suggest Houston's been a bad pick, but Whitfield, has really picked up the last probably 3-4 weeks. Carl, Elliot Yeo almost went well against Dusty. Absolute bull, one of the very few who could go toe-to-toe with Dusty. And yeah, guess he had that physicality, didn't he? But yeah, there weren't many. I mean, Dusty's given me the fair share of stresses watching him against like Tom Stewart. And, oh, man, it makes you nervous when you see him one-on-one with one of your boys. Jack, gonna miss a bit of the quiz. Sorry. Oh, no, mate. Where are you? What's going on? J2, I play footy with the barometer. Matheson, he's too good for he's a big lad, isn't he? Like, he's been doing bodybuilding and stuff, hasn't he? So he's ripped these days. Luke, you should add your VC and C to all your trading vids on Thursday. Oh, yep, good point. So, like the ones I do on TikTok. Yeah, good point. Biomed, nice, mate. He's pretty cluey, our Galaxy Wolf. We love that. Carl Whitfield was copping tags and it looked like Houston was super solid. Then Whitfield started running around like an unregistered dog and Houston got squeezed out of kick-ins. Yeah, and that's right. We can only judge these things as they happen in real time. And at the time, I stand by Houston being a safer pick, but things change. G-Money, how's life on the punch, Shorty? I finally got a win. Pulled in just under 1.5 on a footy multi. Had Cats head-to-head. Oh, wow. Jeez, you were sweating. The betting hasn't been great. I haven't been doing as many because I've been so fixated on draft. I'm like, I don't need any more stress. I think I've been doing a few multis. I had a couple of good wins last week, but yeah, might get back on it now that draft's done. Oh, Studi is in the house. Here we go. Hey, Shorty, mate. I'm retiring from SuperCoach after this season. Hopefully, I'll win the flag in your league. Oh, mate, you've been a bit of topic of conversation here, mate. I'm going to watch your video about DR, and I'm quite intrigued. But I hope you're not lost to the game, mate. But good luck in my leagues. Galaxy, going to have some time just to work and live a bit, but I'll probably start post-grad in a year or two. Yeah. Important to just, definitely important to not always be stressed under about work and study. So definitely live life, mate. J2, yeah, got a share in a gym we go there for. He's benching 150 for warmer. Really? God. Mate, that's impressive. Oh, no. Ches is down 200 on the Olympics. Jesus. Nice. He's going to Europe, Galaxy. That's sick. Luke, is that the real Studi? Shorty, you can check by clicking on his comment. I don't really know. All it says is channel activity. Yeah, not sure. I mean, it looks like the right one. All right, we got 21 in there. We got 23 in the stream. So I'll give you, maybe a minute to get involved, and then we'll get it going. Hey, Jason, have you seen Studi and SuperCoach DR? Well, yeah, it's been a bit of a topic of conversation, actually. So I've actually got the video up in one of my tabs, so I'll watch that. How long does it go for? 30 minutes? Gee whiz. I might give it a bit of a look after this. J-Tube's on fire with the multis. Oh, the red crosses. Sturdy, yeah, with how toxic the SuperCoach community is, I no longer want to be part of the community. It has been great watching your videos over the years. Oh, thank you, mate. Look, I understand there's a bit of clearly a bit of tension going on between you guys. It's not something that I'm going to weigh into, but I enjoy you popping into my streams and I appreciate the feedback. I also have a lot of respect for DR, so probably one that I'll stay out of, but hopefully in time that one can all simmer down and things can be all G. Oh, SuperCoach Pro. What's up, Brad? How are you, mate? Do you want to jump in the quiz, Brad? If you just jumped on, let us know if you need a bit of time. Good to see you. Thoughts on the Blue Baggers? Look, I feel like they should be doing better. I think they've got the list. It's there to be won. I think they're in that window, but they're just not playing that type of footy. And I didn't watch the Collingwood game except for the last quarter. But yeah, something's a bit off. Oh, he's at work. Fair play. No, I don't think the Bombers will play finals, Shannon. I don't think so. All right, Sudi's got one more for us, and then we might start the quiz. Please stay out of the drama, Shorty. You don't need to stress. But yeah, I'm not going to tolerate DR harassing me. So yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you guys sort that one out. But I hope in time you guys can just be civil and let bygones be bygones, as they say. Yeah, that was a crazy miss, mate. That was crazy. He just leant right back on it. Deadpool was a good watch too, wasn't it? It was a good watch. All right, let's start the quiz, hey? Good luck. From memory, I reckon it's an easier start to the quiz. And then I reckon there's a few tough ones later in the piece. How many points did Port Adelaide kick before Sydney scored on the weekend? 64, 71, 76, or 61? Just insane. I was getting Nando's and I was like, what the hell? 71-0. Insane. Crazy scenes. You won't, I don't know if you'll get that if ever again. Oaks 2, Lukey Mac. We got a DR related one. Norwich and Shorty F6. We'll never get that against the team top of the ladder again, I wouldn't have thought. Crazy. Sam Durham kicked the match-winning behind against Fremantle on Sunday. Who gave him the ball to set up the score? Sam Draper, Jai Caldwell, Dylan Shield, or Zach Merritt? It was, of course, Zach Merritt dishing off the handball. Durham running in, slotting the behind. More trades, D-Mac. Oaks 2, Matty and Josh M. So I reckon Oaks will be on top. Sure is. Then you got more trades. Norwich, Lukey Mac, and D-Mac. Question 3. How many matches were decided by less than a goal over the weekend? 3, 4, 5, or 6? I don't know why it kicks people out sometimes. 4 it was. 13 to get it right. Very frustrating. Sorry to whoever that was in the stream. I think it was Nicky V. Who keeps doing that one? Jeez. More trades. Oaks, Shorty F6, Matty, and D-Mac. Oh, excuse me. Dustin Martin retired during the week after a dominant career in the number 4. But what number did he wear in his first season? 36, 42, 19, or 40? Sorry to whoever it does kick out. I've got no control over that. I'd maybe look at a Kmart version of Kahoot, but I just can't get as many in for free on Kahoot as I can Blook it. 36 he did wear. 13 getting that one right. In quickest was DR, Shorty's Fluffer, Libba, D-Mac, and Josh M. So D-Mac will be close. He's second, Shorty F6, Norwich third. More Trade slips to 5th, and Lukey Mack is in 4th. Question 5. What year did Dusty win the Brownlow medal? 2020, 2019, 2017, or 2016? I think there's a couple of Dusty questions. There's a couple of Tomahawk questions as well. Just going with the flavour of the week. Was, of course, 2017. Most of you is getting that one right. That's some sort of name. Shorty's Fluffer, D-Mac, Josh M, and Shorty F6. So it'll be a tight leaderboard. Shorty F6, 1 point clear of D-Mac, Norwich, Lukey Mack, and I think it was Shorty's Fluffer. Hitting the halfway mark. Question 6. Who kicked the ball to Mitch McGovern on Saturday night before he ultimately missed the kick after the siren? I've had this one mentioned a couple of times, but who kicked it to him? Sam Walsh, Blake Acres, Paddy Cripps, or Mark Pitnet? This one surprised me. It was Mark Pitnet. God, I'm just staying awake here. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, Pitnet snapped it out of the pack. Crazy. More trades. Mike Coxmore, Norwich, Liver, and Chug Dog. So more trades could be on top. Oh no, still 5th. Shorty F6, Norwich, D-Mac, and Lukey Mack. Pretty consistent 5 there. Question 7. Again, Mitchy McGovern has kicked a goal after the siren to level the match in his days at the Crows. Which team did he do this against? Western Bulldogs, North Melbourne, Collingwood, or St Kilda? Took a nice mark. Had to slot it to level things up, and he did. Couldn't quite do that against the Pies on the weekend. Maybe I just gave a little bit of clue there because it was Collingwood. The flu. More trades. DR, Joshy M, Shorty's Fluffer. Shorty F6, Norwich. More trades. Josh M moves into it. Luke Mack, 5th. Question 8. Tom Hawkins also retired this week. He won the Coleman medal in 2020. How many times was he Geelong's leading goal kicker? 7, 11, 9, or 8? Excuse me. 11 times. 11 times he was the leading goal kicker. 7 got that right, so this will shake up the leaderboard. Studi, D-Mac, Mike, Josh M, and Pigeon. So Mike and D-Mac could really move up here. Oh, I meant Josh. I meant Josh. And Shorty F6 is on top still. Question 9. Hawkins is 3rd on Geelong's all-time goal-kicking list. Which 2 players are ahead of him? Now, of course, Gary Ablett Sr. is in all of those because that's pretty obvious. Otherwise, who else is in front of him? Doug Wade, Billy Brownless, Ian Nankervis, or Cam Mooney? Now, we're testing a little bit of the history here, but it has popped up on 360 and in the paper and a few things, so you might have seen it. Was, in fact, Doug Wade. DR, Shorty Fluffer, Matty, Luke Mack, and Mike. So Lukey Mack, he moves into... He's still 5th. Shorty F6, Josh, Shorty Fluffer, more trades than Lukey Mack. It's still winnable from all those top 5 and maybe some below. Question 10. Jesse Hogan took the lead in the Coleman medal after kicking how many goals against the Hawks on the weekend? 4, 5, 6, or 3? 4, 6, 5, 3. Either one. Jeez. Gonna have to get a second win for the Olympics here. Nothing a good Milo won't stop. And it was 5. Chug Dog, Matty, Norwich, Shorty Fluffer, and Josh M. So no Shorty F6 up there. What's it done to the leaderboard? He's still on top, 1 point clear of Josh M. And then it was still relatively close. It might be a 3-horse race. Question 11. Adam Treloar has had an amazing season, being held to under 25 possessions in a game on how many occasions? So it's a stunning record. I can't remember the answer, but obviously it ain't many. Pretty sure it was 1. It was 1. And as you recall, that would have been the game where he got tagged. Did Will Phillips go to him? Studi, D-Mac, Pigeon, Oaks, Mike. What's it done to the leaderboard? Josh is on top. Hello, Shorty's Fluffer, Shorty F6, and Mike moves into there. D-Mac 5th. Final question. That really shook things up. Which of these players played the most games in their late career stints at Brisbane? I could only think of 3 genuine ones. So who played the most games at Brizzy? Luke Hodge, Jack Gunston, or Grant Birchall? It's very close between 2. It was Hodgie. A couple people locked in blank. Yeah, fair play. 41 he played. Birchall played 39. D-Mac in 3rd. Jordy S6 in 2nd. It's done. Well played, mate. Nice work. Definitely chopped and changed there. Got 11 right. Good stuff. Mike was in 4th. Shorty's Fluffer. More trades. Liver. Oaks. Norwich. Lukey Mac. Chug Dog. Very good. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm very, very sorry, Mike Oxmore. Yeah, that was a very good finish there. That was a very good finish. Well, thanks very much, guys. Thanks very much. Appreciate all your comments as always. My go-to with the Olympics, I mean, I did enjoy watching the swimming, but not ideal for the body clock. I love the beach volleyball, table tennis, maybe the handball. But, I reckon I'm just about to chuck that on now. It should be a good night. But, thanks again for your comments. I really do appreciate it, particularly at this stage of the year. I know we don't have a stack to talk about SuperCoach-wise. There's a little bit, but it is nice to just have a chat with you guys and talk a bit of trash, see those familiar names flowing through. So, certainly doesn't go unnoticed. I do appreciate it. So, have a good week, guys. I'll have my previews out on Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon. See you later, guys.